Hello students, good morning. In your previous period we learned different types of technologies, which is that is your GPS. Okay, GPS as well as your biometrics. This were your particular technologies which we learned in your previous period. Now today onwards we are going to start with your GPS only, but in GPS some topics were left. Okay, when I think till agriculture only I have explained you. So today we are going to discuss three topics. First is your GPS, second is your NAS, that is your NAS, second one is your SAN. Okay, so first of all I will be giving a brief description about your that is your GPS. Now as I told you before in your previous period, now what do you mean by GPS? Now GPS means your global positioning system. That means each and every time whenever if you want to track a particular device or a particular thing, we will be using this uh, GPS. That means by the use of GPS we will be able to track that particular locations. Okay, so and first advantage or the first area in which GPS has been used, that is your agriculture, which I have explained in your previous period. Okay, so and that I told you that best example I've given you that in wildlife sanctuary. Okay, and this wildlife sanctuary has been spread out in so and so square meter or square kilometer. How a government gives the particular that means a perfect, that means perfect means it's not accurate, some sort of slight changes will be there, still the government will be saying that this wildlife sanctuary has been in such so and so acres of land. That means how they comes to know that this wildlife sanctuary in particular acres of land. Okay, that means they will be using the GPS, and by the use of GPS they will be able to measure the particular land. Okay, this was the first advantage or the first use by the use of GPS. Now second is that disaster management. That means in disaster management especially is used for search and rescue operations. Rescue operations means, as you all know, that people as well as your hikers. That means adventurous persons will be there. That means they will be going to mountains, okay, or cliff, or the top of the cliff they will be standing, and they will be capturing that photos and all. But in case some tragedy occurs, they need an if they are having any cell phone, they will be able to track with the help of that particular GPS signal. Okay, so they comes to know that where the person is there. And for your military peoples, how they comes to know that in particular area how and so persons will be there. That means they will be they won't be using normal cell phones. Especially for your kind information, as you know that during our latest ban China products. So during that time, many Chinese applications has been removed from your Play Store as well as from the mobile store also. Many application has been banned. I think 52 apps has been banned. Now, I hope one more news you have heard that military peoples, nowadays military people, that means not a single military person, they are not using any kind of application, which is that means your Facebook or WhatsApp, that they are not using high sophisticated applications. That means what all applications they can maximum avoid, they are avoiding. The reason is that that means hackers can hack that particular data by using that location. After hacking that particular data, they comes to know that where the particular person is standing. That means they will be able to know the particular person's location. So for avoiding such giving such locations, they are not using. That means they are totally uninstalled Facebook, Instagram, such kind of applications from their mobile phone. Okay, so this was the another example where our GPS has been used. Next is our your tracking deliveries and shipments. As you all know that whenever we are buying any kind of products from your online, that is e-commerce. Okay, online means Amazon, Flipkart, eBay, any kind of online shopping. If you are doing it, that means after even though if you are giving payment or if you are doing your cash on delivery, still they will be showing whether your product has been shipped, or whether that means actual condition or the actual process of your product will be shown in our phone. That means whether your payment has been done. After giving the payment, they will you will be receiving a message that your product has been shipped. That means the product has been moved. Now they will be also saying that within how many days, or that means within which days your product will be getting delivered. They even that much accuracy they are giving, whether 1 or 2 days time will be there. Within that 2 days time they will be reaching to us for giving that particular product. Now this is also one kind of GPS enabled facility only, because they after because as you know that whenever we are buying any products, we will be having a barcode. Now this barcode, this scans by the person of that particular area, and they are directly connecting with the particular Amazon or Flipkart servers. And then they comes to know that yeah, this person that means this product is going to be delivered on so and so date and so time. Okay, this was the another area where our uh, GPS has been used. The next is about your recovery of stolen property. Now recovery of stolen property means, as I told you, many cars, phones, that means your mobile phones, your laptops, computers, your bikes, in each and every devices or any properties, there we are having the GPS enabled facility. Now what do you mean by GPS enabled facility? That means each and every device, whenever we are using it is connected to internet, automatically we will be that means our GPS, our location will be directly sent to the server. Okay, so that is why suppose many a times when we are our mobile phone has been lost, what we used to do, we used normally, if the mobile is a dull or almost wear and tear use is we are having done. Okay, then after if you are planning to buy a new one, during that time if your mobile has been lost, we won't be giving any complaint. But recently if you bought a new phone, okay, which is a very expensive phone, then after it phone has been stolen, so what you will be doing, you will be complaining to the police station. Now this complaint, what they used to do, they will be taking that IMEI number. Now what do you mean by IMEI number? IMEI number, this number actually tracks, that means it is a 15 to 16 digit number is there. So each and every phone we are having a different kind of number. Now this number is given to the cyber cell, and whenever they will be checking whether this phone is trying to turn it on or not. Okay, so the thief, which the person who has stolen your phone, what they will be doing, they will be removing your SIM card and throwing it. Okay, so in case if they are not using our SIM card, so what happens, they will be using that means just cyber crime, that means cyber security, they will be searching for that particular IMEI number device, and each and every device will be having a different IMEI number. Okay, from that number they tracks the location in which area or in which place this phone is right now working, and then they used to catch the person, those who are having or those are using that particular phone. Okay, this is also one of the best example of your GPS. Okay, this was according to your phone. Okay, for your laptop we are having IP address, that is your internet protocol address. Each and every address will be computers will be having IP address, that is your 192.168.0.1. Many numbers will be there, that is your IP address. Okay, nowadays cars, many electrical vehicles, not only electrical vehicles, now expensive cars, they are giving the GPS enabled features. Why? Because as you know that these cars, that means they are highly expensive. That means your minimum you have to pay 5 lakh for your basic facility cars. Okay, that means if you are going to high end cars, that means it will be costing around 1 crore, 3 crore car will be there. So such kind of cars they are giving the GPS enabled facility, so that in case in future if the car has been stolen, the owner can retrieve that particular car by using that particular GPS facility. Not only car, bikes also the same thing is being done. This is known as your GPS. That is the full form of GPS is your global positioning system. Okay. Now next topic is about your emerging trends in storage devices. Now that means this devices, as you know that each and every computer or a mobile phone, we are having limited storage. Limited storage means for your computer, if I'm talking about I am having about 500 GB hard disk. That means still 500 GB only I can use. Even in your mobile phone also we are having maximum storage is up to 512 GB. 512 TB GB, sorry, not TB, it's a GB. And if we are going for lower segment phones, we will be having 128 GB or 64 GB storage we are getting. Do you think this storage will be enough for you guys? No, because each and every photo or a video, if you are capturing it, it will be taking, even a single photo is taking the storage of 2 MB photos, 2 to 3 MB photos are being there. If we are using HD plus photos, it will be taking around 5 MB photos. That means just imagine 5 MB for a single photo. Okay, so just imagine about the videos if you are capturing it. So videos will be also taking around if you are taking 10 seconds video also, it will be taking around 50 to 60 MB. Not KB, I am talking about MB. Just for 10 seconds video it will be taking 50 to 70 MB. So just imagine if you are taking half an hour, if you are trying to shoot half an hour video, it will be going to 2 to 3 GB memory. So do you think this 64 GB is enough for you guys? No. But for as a student or as a person, normal person, it is okay. I will be preferring that it is okay. Yeah, 64 GB is okay one. But especially the persons who are having high amount of saving the high amount of files which we are saving, for them this storage is a limited one. So there is an alternate storage. That means there are servers which stores our files. Okay, and that particular server is known as your, that is your NAS, which is known as your full form. NAS is network attached storage. Okay, this was the first example, first type of network storages. Now what is this NAS? I know if you're trying to read this whole thing you won't be getting anything, so I have written a small note. See, this NAS is a single storage device that serves file over Ethernet and is relatively inexpensive and easy to set up. That means our computer, that means if I'm using at my home, I'm having one PC, that means one desktop and one laptop. Just imagine. Okay, now the whole data, if it is not possible to save in my computers or laptops, so what I will be doing, I will be directly sending it to the server. Now server is a big storage area. That means it will be storing thousands or lakhs of files can be stored in that particular area. That means for a computer it will be having maximum 1 TB. Nowadays computers, laptops, we are getting the 1 TB. That means your 500 plus 500, 1 TB is there. So 1 TB is given by the computers or laptops. Just imagine if the whole storage becomes full, our laptops become slow. So what we used to do, whatever files we are saving, it will be directly saved to our server. So in future if our laptop has been destroyed or any wear and tear occurs, automatically we can retrieve that particular files by using that particular storage. Okay, now this storage is known as your network area storage. Okay, network attached storage, the full form of NA as your network attached storage. storage. Now benefits of this NAS is it is relatively inexpensive compared to SAN. It is very cheap. That means it can be used by normal person. And the second thing is that second benefits is that 24 into 7 and remote data availability. That means whenever if you want to get the data, there is no time limit. We can use the or we can download that particular files whenever we want. The only thing is that we have to use the internet. That's it. Now good expandability means your account, as I told you, according to your computers. Nowadays computers giving 1 TB file, but during that time, actually I told you this, our textbook, your textbook is your older version textbook. That means it is 5 to 6 years before. Then during that time we were not having such high end laptops or computers. Okay, and during that time we were having maximum even I bought a laptop which is maximum having 500 GB storage. Even that laptop, that means compared to that laptop, nowadays phone is giving high storage, that is your 512 GB is phones are being giving storage facility. Okay, so during that time this NAS was very helpful. Okay, that means it was having good expandability of your storage. Now fourth benefit is that automatic backups to other devices and cloud. That means once a file has been uploaded to the server, that means even though if I'm using from my home or if this laptop or any other devices which is connected to that particular server, they can download without using USB pen drives. Just the thing is that we will be attached to the internet automatically by using the clicking the download option. That particular files will be downloaded and saved in that particular device. This is your another best advantage of that particular NAS. Now next is the flexibility. Flexibility means it can be modified to any type. That means we can use any conditions. That means you can use your audio file, video file, image files, any kind of files can be attached, or any kinds of files can be uploaded to that particular storage, or that is your, which is known as your NAS. That is your full form of NAS is your network attached storage. Understood? This is your all over NAS. Now for recovery, this was a one type. The second type of storage facility is your SAN. Okay, see, I can show you again. This is your NAS. This is a network area storage. So this is my storage device. That is your server. Storage device means this is your server. Now two computers are being connected to that particular server by using the cables, Ethernet cable. That means two wires will be the LAN connection. Just wires will be the, these wires will be connected to that particular server, and from there we can easily transfer the files. Now this was the example of your SNAS, that is your network attached storage. Not only two, many computers can be connected to that particular storage. Okay, now next is your SAN. Now SAN means your storage area network. The full form of SAN is your storage area network. Now storage area network is comparatively with NAS, it is more benefit, and it is having multi-level block-based data. Multi-level block-based data means see, multi-level block-based data means there. This is my storage device. That means your server. This two are my servers. See, 1 and 2. Okay, this is my storage devices. Okay, now this storage device is having one more layer which is known as your multi-level, because after getting this, after that means this will be working as a router. That means whatever data are being stored in this servers, this is directly connected to this particular one kind of router, and from this we can get the, that means these computers will be getting the data. That means in NAS we need Ethernet cables. We need an Ethernet cable, and compared to NAS, SAN is having more expandability. How? Because it is not connected with the cables, so we can move from one place to another place. That means, as you all know, that if we are using laptop with using Ethernet cable, we have to present there. Okay, that means our wires won't be able to move. Just imagine if we are using Wi-Fi to that particular laptop, that means we can go anywhere with that particular laptop. This is your in this way our SAN will be working. That means your multi-block level layer will be there. That means this is your server, and this server is connected to that particular multi-level, which will be working as a router, and this, from this layer our datas will be transferred to these computers. Understood? This is known as your storage. That means a SAN is a tightly coupled network of multiple devices that work with block-based data, and is more expensive and complex to set up and manage. That means compared to this NAS, it is very complex and expensive. Not only complex and expensive, but it will be having more facility. That means compared to this NAS, SAN will be having more expandability of the storage. Okay, of course, now the thing is that if we are paying more, we will be getting more facility, and that is your SAN. Now the first advantage is that extremely fast data access. That means compared to NAS, we will be getting the fast data access to SAN, that is a storage area network. And second advantage is that dedicated network for storage relieves stress on LAN. LAN means local area network. That means local area network. That means if, as I told you, if we are using physical cables, that is your LAN cables, we have to present there. Okay, that means our device should be present there, and it should be kept a particular area or particular place. But if we are using the Wi-Fi, that means we can move anywhere. In the same way, the SAN is just kind of that means it will be avoiding the stress of LAN. That means no dedicated cables will be there. This is your second advantage. And third advantage of that particular SAN is that highly expandable. That means highly expandable means if this NAS is offering up to 1 TB storage, okay, during that time, I'm talking, but that means 5 to 6 years before, 6 to 7 years before, sorry. Now during that time, SAN was giving you about 2 to 3 TB, that is your terabyte. Lowest one is a KB, MB, GB. Okay, from GB we are going to TB. That means a TB is the highest one, and from 1 TB was getting about your NAS, but right now SAN is having 2 to 3 TB. 2 to 3, that means your 2 times or 3 times more net storage facility will be given by the SAN. Next is your OS level, block level access to the file. That means no outside persons can directly access the file. That means the level of security is more compared to NAS. Okay, and the last one is your high quality of service for demanding applications such as video editing. And as you know that if you are using VFX in your, especially in your movies, we are using the VFX. Now you know that the whole movie is about 2 hours 30 minutes movies will be the maximum. Okay, yeah, minimum 2 hours 30 minutes will be there. Okay, now continuously 2 hours 30 minutes they won't be shooting. They will be shooting in a part by part. Then after they used to merge it. Just imagine part by part, if they are recording or they are shooting this videos. Okay, so it will be taking, just imagine if you are trying to take 10 seconds video, or sorry 10 minutes video, it will be taking around 2 to 3 GB. Now just imagine they are taking 2.5 hours videos shootings they are doing. So just imagine the high amount of data, that means how the where it can be stored. Now this high amount of data can be stored in such storage area that is known as your SAN, and not only they have to store, they have to do the editing also. So after editing also, the file, there will be increase in the file size. Okay, so as you know that whenever we are using a normal photo without editing, it will be around 2 MB. So just try to edit in a Snapseed, which is an application for your mobile phone for editing videos, sorry, audios, sorry, images. Okay, after editing that particular image, now this 2 MB file will be becoming to 3 to 4 MB files. Why? The reason is that there is an increase in the particular functions, or that your specification specs. Now this will be included in your videos also. That means after effect, giving the VFX, any editings, okay, any graphical effects or any animation effects, after giving such effects, then after the size of that particular file will be increased. This is your area where we can store such kind of video editing files also, that which is known as your SAN, that is your storage area network. Okay, so I want you to write this. If you want, you can write this in your notebook also, so for your better explanation. Okay, because if you are trying to read from your textbook, you won't be able to understand it. So I have written in a short and simple way for your understanding. See, this NAS as well as SAN is your best example of your transfer in storage devices. Understood? And now last and final thing is that one more storage device is that right now for common person we will be using, that is known as a Google Drive. That means each and every files and photos we can save to our Google Drive, and automatically if our, even though if our phone has been stolen or it has been destroyed, automatically when we are buying a new phone, we can just use the email ID and password. From that email ID and password, we can retrieve all the contacts information, photos, videos, audios, any kind of data which I have already saved. Now according to me, for me, this is my Google Drive where I have saved my 12th standard online videos. See, now online videos, this is my folder, 11th standard. You guys see this much videos I'm trying to save it. See, 12th standard, 10th standard. See, so these videos can't be saved into my laptop. So that means in case something happens to my hard disk, the whole data will be destroyed. So I can use this data in future. If I want to access this data from to my mobile phone also, automatically the thing is that I want to connect to my internet. Now then I can access or download this video and watch it, or I can share it also to other person by using this Google Drive option. This is your another kind of storage area where we can store our data. This is for your Android users. For iPhone users, we will be having the storage area which is known as your iCloud. iCloud is the particular storage area for your iPhone users. For your Android users, you will be having the Google Drive. Okay, so these are your examples of your emerging trends in storage devices. Today we learned total 3 topics. First one is a GPS. The full form of GPS is your global positioning system. And second topic is about your emerging trends in our storage devices. The first thing was your NAS, that is a network attached storage. And second one we learned is your in network attached storage, that is your SAN, the storage area network. Understood? These were the 3 topics which we learned today. I hope you all understood today's topic. Thank you, students.